I'm Roy Timpe, and this is a box that looks like a desk toy. It can be used in your office, and I want to show you how it can be used to present the gospel. Let's take a closer look at the box. The box comes apart. The bottom can be used as a tray to work out of. And you know, I had a friend at work once who said, "Isn't it amazing? God dumps all your good deeds on one side of a balance, all your evil deeds on another side of a balance, and that depending upon which way it goes, you either go to heaven or hell." Problem is, we all have sin on the bad side of our balance. We've inherited a sinful nature from our parents, and we've committed sins ourselves. The Bible says that all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. But you might think, well, we can do good works, like perhaps you give money to United Way at the office. Perhaps you volunteer with a local fire company. And, we have any number of good works that you can do. The problem is the good works aren't cutting it with respect to the sin. And in fact, it's even worse than that. The prophet Isaiah says that our good works, or our righteousness, is like filthy rags. So if we're honest with ourselves, maybe we like the prestige that volunteering with the fire company gives us in the community. Maybe we really gave money to United Way because we're hoping it would help us with the office politics. Our good works are often done for the wrong motives, and they belong over here on the sin side of the balance. So this is our situation under natural circumstances. We've got all this sin on the bad side of the balance, and we're powerless to put anything on the good side of the balance. We're in deep, deep trouble. But the question comes, what happens when a person comes to Christ? What is it that Christ did? He lived a perfect life. It's not just that he didn't sin, he was also actively doing God's will and actively righteous. He's both passively and actively righteous. When a person comes to Christ, God takes the righteousness of Christ and places it on the good side of the balance, where it's more than adequate to compensate for the sin, good works done for the wrong motives, and everything. However, it gets better than that. Once a person's come to Christ, if he looks at the bad side of the balance, he discovers that it's actually empty. That the good works done for the wrong motives and the other sins are all placed on the cross with Christ, where it's paid for in full by his finished work on the cross, covered by his blood. Christ, his work on the cross is finished. After his work on the cross, he rose from the dead, indicating his complete victory over sin and death. So this is an object lesson of 2 Corinthians 5:21, where Paul says, he, God, made him, that would be Christ, who knew no sin, to become sin on our behalf, so that we might become the righteousness of God in him.